trading the best player, the franchise player? How are we trading the franchise player? He's supposed to have a statue. Hell yeah.
There's no precedent for this in the history of the NBA that you don't trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate in his prime for a 32-year-old made of glass. They could win every game the rest of the season and win the championship, and it wouldn't really matter because all of the emotional value and in that journey just got sucked away.
Now, do sports teams really care about their fans? Looking at recent news in sports, I can't help but wonder, do these teams even care? Why trade a player that is such a pivotal part of your team's culture just because you thought it would help you win? Now, I understand winning is extremely important to these organizations, but what even is winning if you aren't winning with the players that your fans have grown with and grown to love? Now, the Luka trade was one for the history books in sports. It shocked the world and got a lot more people into the NBA again. Even me, I will be honest, I got back into the NBA. But after digesting the news, I can't help but wonder, what does this mean for loyalty in sports? There's no way you can tell me the Mavericks cared about their fans or their players even when making this decision to trade Luka. No one till this day has came out and said this was a good trade. And the thing is, even if it was a good trade, I still think this is horrible. And let me explain. Let's first look at the city for once, all right? Look at the fan base, the people that paid their hard-earned money to support your team. How do you think they were feeling right now?
I'm sorry they're frustrated, but it's something that we believe in as an organization. It's going to make us better. We believe that it sets us up to win not only now, but also in the future. And when we win, I believe the frustration will go away.
Really? When we win, the frustration will go away? Most Mavericks fans are already tapped out this season. And I understand winning is definitely going to boost the morale a little bit, but that doesn't fix what the fan base lost in Luka. That doesn't fix the grief that this organization and his fan base is going to go through for the next couple years. And especially if Luka exceeds and overperforms at the Lakers, it's only going to hurt that much more. We have to understand that Mavericks fans lost a huge part of their culture. They lost a huge part of their Saturday nights, a huge part of their Monday nights. A huge part of being a fan was lost through this trade. And for me, this was nothing short of absolute selfishness. And I can't help but wonder who is actually winning, even if the Mavericks win after this trade. There's a reason we look back in the old days with fun memories. This was because if you were a Larry Bird fan, you became a Celtics fan. And if you were a Celtics fan, you became a Larry Bird fan. And even I feel this with my soccer team, Barcelona. I became a Messi fan, so I became a Barca fan. And being a Barca fan made me a stronger Messi fan. And same thing with football in the NFL. I became a Cam Newton fan, so I became a Panthers fan. And being a Panthers fan made me a stronger and a better Cam Newton fan. These are the relationships that drive fandoms, and teams don't seem to understand that. Trading away the face of your franchise is not only dumb, but also extremely insensitive to your fan base. The Mavericks aren't just the Mavericks. They were the Mavericks with Luka, and they turned their backs on that. The organization, the GM, they turned their back on that. They turned their backs on the bond that their fans have built with Luka throughout his 7 years tenure in Dallas. And now guess what? They want you to keep supporting them. They want you to be loyal to them despite them showing the complete opposite to their fans. That is an extremely difficult ask to have your fans respond to. It's already hard to be a loyal fan in this current age of sport, and just rubbing things like this in their faces is nothing short of disrespectful. Now let's look at winning, right? What even is winning at this point for a sports team? Is it just about winning a championship, or winning a championship with the team and the players that you feel you've been on a journey with? When we take a look at a sport like basketball, where there's a stronger bond with the players, teams, and fans, winning is more about the grind than just quick success. And it would feel a lot better if the Mavs were to win with Luka, say 3 years from now, after going through some hardships and growing together, than winning a chip this season. This is just my opinion though.
I've been a Mavs fan my whole entire life since I've been a baby. This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? How are we trading a franchise player?
Luka took this team to the championship game last season, and you're telling me trading away the most important part of your championship team is what's gonna get them closer to winning? This is just absolutely mind-blowing to me, guys. Now, I know AD is a great player, and he will elevate the Mavericks to some extent, all right? But this trade isn't gonna get the Mavericks more towards the championship. I don't think losing Luka helps them so much that they're gonna be championship winners this coming up season or even the next season. It won't be the difference between you getting to the championship game and winning it. You had a decent defense last year, let's be honest. Even held the Celtics to 101 points per game in the championship, which is actually very impressive. So you're telling me you need to hold a team to fewer than that to be able to win in the 2025 NBA? That's absolutely absurd. Guys, what is this front office smoking? And just know this, y'all. Luka is gonna be a generational face of the franchise for the Lakers, and fans 10 years from now will look back on this as the worst trade ever done in sports. I do hope for the best for both of these players, Luka and AD. They had no say in this whatsoever. They're literally just properties and assets to these teams at the end of the day. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and without further ado, peace out, love you, mwah.